If you love mature neighborhoods with big trees, tons of character, and easy access to some of the best nature within the city of Red Deer, you're absolutely going to want to check out Clearview Meadows. Plus, stick around because at the end of the video, I'm going to take you on a home tour. You're not going to want to miss it. Before we get into the home, we really have to discuss the neighborhood, Clearview Meadows. So where is it located in the city of Red Deer? We're on the south end and we're kind of off a little bit towards the east side. Now, some really cool things to note about the neighborhood of Clearview Meadows is that it borders Ross Street to the south. So Ross Street is that direct route to downtown. So if you're working downtown or you want to head down and check out the Ross Street patio, go have some drinks somewhere, it's a super quick commute. Now, even though there's not any immediate amenities within the neighborhood, directly north of Clearview Meadows, we have Clearview Ridge. And within Clearview Ridge, we have the Clearview Market Square. Now, Clearview Ridge and Clearview Market Square are known for having some of the best amenities in the city of Red Deer. So we have banks, restaurants, grocery stores, car washes, Starbucks, really anything that you can think of. And if there's something missing in Clearview Market, literally you hop right across 30th Ave into the Timberstone Plaza and you find another outdoor shopping market. So you are super close and an easy commute to some of the best shopping within the city. Now let's talk about the demographic of Clearview Meadows. So it's going to be a little bit older. Not saying it's not great for young families, because it is. I'm walking on the green space right now within the neighborhood and there is young families everywhere doing tons of stuff. But there is no school right within the neighborhood, so it tends to have just a slightly older demographic. Now you're gonna find a little bit of everything from detached homes to apartment buildings. There's a seniors living complex in this area. And hey, that's a huge perk of living here. Just in case the mother-in-law moved with you, you can just tell the wife, hey, we can just put her across the street. You can see her anytime.
Excuse me, does your mother know you're here?
She lives nearby.
Now, this is a really affordable, mature neighborhood. And some of the best things about living in this area is all of the nature and the green spaces. So right in the center of the neighborhood, and we'll throw up some drone footage right now, there is a beautiful green space. It has a couple parks for the kids, great walking trails, tons of big mature trees, as you can see in behind me. It's got tennis courts, basketball courts, and there is a community hall. So if you want to rent it out for family events, you can absolutely do that. Now, we mentioned that living in Clearview Meadows gives you access to some of the coolest nature within the city of Red Deer. Right across the street, literally, you just go straight north of the neighborhood and you get into the Michael O'Brien wetlands, which is where I am right now. Now, Red Deer is really well known for all of its parks and its greenery. Not many people know about these wetlands. It's kind of a hidden gem. This area is absolutely fantastic. So maybe you don't have the biggest yard. You just hop across the street into the wetlands and there's tons of beautiful walking trails here. You can hear all of the birds chirping and there's tons of wide open green spaces here. So if you have a dog, you want to go play fetch or do some activities with the kids, this is an awesome area for that. Now, as if the Michael O'Brien wetlands were not enough, I love that name, by the way. And I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't even know this park was here. That's how much of a hidden gem this area is.
Wow, that's interesting.
This place is amazing.
But if you just go a few steps to the west, you can follow the trails all the way down into the Gates Lakes Bird Sanctuary. So this is one of the best parks in the city of Red Deer. It's the largest migratory bird sanctuary in Alberta. And there is tons of beautiful walking trails in this area. You're gonna find a ton of people down here. So the trails wind through the trees. There's the Kerrywood Nature Center down there also. So this is really great for kids. There's Imagination Grove. And within the Kerrywood Nature Center itself, you have interactive events that the kids can do. So there is a ton of great things that come with living in the neighborhood of Clearview Meadows. Because here's the truth, you really need to love where you live. You can't just buy a home based on the home. If you don't love the neighborhood, if you don't have access to things that you really, really want, if you don't stick to your deal breakers, you're gonna have buyer's remorse. All right, now I wanna take you on a tour of a home listed here in Clearview Meadows so you can really get a feel for what the neighborhood is like. Now, this home tour is gonna be a little bit different. A lot of the times listing videos, they can be highlights of the home, super fun to watch, super cool, highly edited, but I feel like it doesn't really give a good feeling of what the home is all about. So on this one, I'm gonna walk you through as if you were here on a showing with me and we're going through the home together. Let's do it. All right, let's step inside and check out the home. Now, typical bi-level. When you come in, you choose whether you want to go upstairs or you want to go downstairs. Now let's head upstairs to start off with. We'll go downstairs at the end here and I'll give you a kind of a top-down shot of the entryway. So we'll just kind of go over top of the railing here. So that's what the entryway looks like. Now there is no coat closet right in the entryway. So your coats and your boots, here's your coat closet up here, just off in the hallway. Now we get into the living room area. Now this is a nice big space. Sometimes in these living room areas, they get to be kind of like an awkward space where you can't fit your couch appropriately, or they're kind of small. This one, even though this home is 1,070 square feet, this living room area is a really nice space, and you can fit your furniture any way you like. It's got a nice bay window letting in a ton of natural light. I'll just kind of give you guys a little bit of a pan shot here. Now the entire home has, again, just about been completely renovated. So you have all brand new flooring, baseboards, paint, trim around the windows, all new light fixtures except for one in the kitchen, and we'll get into that. So let's head into the kitchen. Now you can see that's the old light fixture I'm talking about. I love it. I think it gives the kitchen a ton of character. But as we head into the kitchen, what I like about this area is that there's 2 spots for your kitchen table. So over here, so it's a pretty decent sized spot going that way. You could fit a decent sized table, and then off to this side, we have another designated little area for another kitchen table. So this is a great size. It's got a little wet bar here, updated countertop, sink, updated backsplash. And I love that we almost have a floor to ceiling window here looking out onto the deck. So this is a really cool area. I really like this. Someone in the open house actually suggested turning this or keeping this as your kitchen table area. And they thought about potentially even turning this into an office. I love this. I would just leave it as it is. All right, now let's have a look at the kitchen itself. So the only thing that hasn't been updated here are the cabinets. So brand new dishwasher, brand new stove. You can see it still has the stickers on it. Same with the microwave. The fridge is only a couple years old, so relatively new. Now, when they were changing out to put in a brand new sink, they actually, the worker who does the countertops chipped the countertop. They weren't planning on replacing them, but because he chipped the countertop, we got all brand new countertops. So this entire kitchen has basically been redone, obviously other than the cabinets. All right, now let's head over to the primary bedroom. So again, we come through the living room. Again, updated light fixtures. We head into the primary bedroom. Before we go in, we do have a linen closet right here. Now, the primary bedroom is a nice size. Again, I just love all the natural light that these bay windows let in. Tons of natural light. So very big room. It can fit your furniture. You can have a nice big king size bed, or if you have big dressers and hutches or whatever they call them, you can fit all of that stuff too. So just kind of give you a little bit of a pan shot here. So again, really nice size primary bedroom. And then we have a 3/4 piece, ensuite. So new toilet, and we have a brand new corner shower that was just put in right before this house was listed. The only thing not updated is the cabinets and countertops. All right, so head out. We go on our first right, or we take our first right. We get into the main floor bathroom. We have a brand new toilet, and this is a full 4-piece bathroom with a shower tub combo. Now we get into the second bedroom on this floor. I love the choice of paint colors in here. Again, we have a nice window that is almost floor to ceiling height. This looks out onto the deck into the backyard. So really nice view. Let me adjust my gimbal for you. And then we do have a closet over that way. Now heading out, again, we have the coat and boot closet. Let's head downstairs and take a look. So now, just like the upstairs, same thing with the basement, all brand new flooring, freshly painted, baseboards, trim, light fixtures. It's all been redone here. Now, when we first come down and you hang a right, we head into one of the bedrooms down here. So this is a really good sized bedroom. Sorry, it might sound a little bit echoey in here. Now, what I really love about this bedroom is check out the size of these windows. These are all newer windows, then they let in a ton of natural light. Sometimes in in basements, it can feel a little bit dark. Not down here. There is a ton of natural light in this basement. And then we have a closet in back behind the door. Now, we're gonna get into this, but there is a separate entrance for this home. Now you can see here, that the basement is framed off right here, so you can close this door. So if you're deciding to maybe have extended family in this area, or you wanted to change this into a legal suite in the future, you can actually, sorry, I got ahead of myself. You can shut this door or frame this completely off and still have this bedroom to use for the main floor of the house. So the main floor of the house, even if the basement is rented out, can still be 3 bedrooms. Now, if we head into the basement, first left, we have a nice big open rec room. Again, it's going to sound a little bit echoey here. Huge windows letting in a ton of natural light. Again, nice and bright down here. We have a nice fireplace, so it gives a little bit of character to the room. I can totally see or imagine a big screen TV above there, watching the Oilers win the Stanley Cup. They're in kind of a crappy spot right now, but they're going to come back. But this is a really nice size, very functional family room in the basement. Now, we head into the bathroom down here. So we have a 3/4 piece bathroom. So corner tub, or corner shower, sorry. Nicely updated with paint and baseboards. And then we head down this way. Now in this here, we have the furnace room. I don't typically show people the furnace room, but we have, let's just show it to you. So brand new furnace, or a newer furnace, brand new hot water tank. And this home was built in 1991 and had Poly B plumbing, all brand new PEX plumbing, just replaced before this home was listed. All right, now let's head down the hallway, hang a first right or second right. I guess the first right would be the bathroom. We move into the bedroom that is down here. Now, not a huge bedroom, not super small either. Now you'll notice the owners have a snake here. That is a big python. They obviously can't move that until they sell the house. They've had this guy since he was a little baby. Oh my God, that freaks me out. Now let's head over to one of my favorite things about this house. So we head this way. This is where the laundry room is. So lots of space here. You could put a ton of extra shelving or whatever you want in here. We have the washer and dryer with a sink. And then here we have our separate entrance. So again, this is great if you're gonna have extended family living with you. They can have their own entrance. You can close that door that we talked about at the base of the stairs, keeping it nice and private. And this is huge for potentially changing this into a suite in the future. All right, now that is pretty much the tour of the inside of the house. Again, this is 1,070 square feet, 4 beds, 3 baths, just about completely refinished with newer windows, furnace, hot water tank, plumbing, all fresh paint, baseboards, trim, kitchen countertops. The list goes on and on. This home is turnkey and move-in ready. But before we end this tour, let's head out into the backyard. Let's start this tour on the deck. So the deck is very big. So tons of space back here, lots of room for barbecuing. You can see there's lots of mature trees between you and the neighbor. However, these neighbors, they actually came to the open house. They are fantastic people, tons of fun, wonderful people. Now I'm going to give you kind of a top-down look on the backyard. So you can see the owners really care about their home. They love their landscaping. They got all this beautiful rock work and edging. And you can see tons of mature trees in this area. This is what we love about Clearview Meadows. You're going to get a little bit more space between your homes. You're going to get these big mature trees, and you are close to some of the best nature within the city. Now, if it's not obvious, obviously we have a double detached garage, which just got a brand new roof in 2023. And then heading down, these stairs have just been redone as well. We got some cement work over this way. This is where our separate entrance is. And then the fence has been just freshly painted. So nothing to do back here except move in. And then the hot tub, yes, it does come with the property. So brand new or relatively new, I think it's within the last couple of years. And it also just got a brand new cement pad underneath. All right, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do have any questions about this home, feel free to reach out to me. And of course, if you'd like any help making the move here, use this info popping up on the screen. Get a hold of me anyway. All right, guys, I'll see you next week.